All right, welcome to Lab 3-5. As you can see, we're in the same exact file that we were using for Lab 3-4. That's because we're going to be continuing kind of the process and the regressions that we were doing in 3-4. And the first thing that we are going to do is going to create another dummy called DLRD-dummy. All right. There we go. We've created our dummy column again. All right, so as we did with our other dummy columns, we're going to create another if statement. This time we're going to be doing the tender type. And if the tender type equals, in quotations, DLRD, then we're going to show 1. And if not, we're going to show 0. All right, we're going to hit enter, and it's going to apply it to all of our cells. There we are. And a quick way to check to make sure that this is correct is we're going to come over here and we're going to click on DLRD. And as we can see here, it just shows all 1s. All right. And clear out that filter. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do our next regression. So we're going to come over here to our data analysis. If you don't do these at the same time, then your data analysis might disappear because since we're on the VMware desktop, it usually gets wiped. So you would have to do that again. It's the simple of going through the file and the options and then going to the Toolpaks add-ins. All right, so we're going to do regression. So now what we want to do is we want to keep our y the same as our transaction amount. But now we want to do not just these two that we did before, but now we also want to add in the third. So now we want to see the effect of the Arkansas on the transaction amount. We want to see the effect of whether it's online or not. And then we also want to see the effect of whether they use the Dillard's credit card or not. So right here, we're just going to change this over to S right there. So it should include all 3 of these columns. We're going to keep our labels the same because again, our M1, our first row, it has our names and labels in them as tender amount, tender type, or sorry, transaction amount, Arkansas dummy, our online dummy, and our DLRD dummy. We're going to keep all these the same, and then we're going to click OK, and it should run our regression for us. All right, and here we can see that it has run our regression with all 3 of these. What I'm going to do real quick is just make sure that all of our columns are spaced out correctly. All right, so now we have all of our kind of columns spaced out. And let's go ahead and go through and kind of analyze what some of all these mean. So it looks like here under our Arkansas and our online, nothing has changed much whenever we look at these numbers from the last regression we ran. So we can see here maybe there's like a 1 cent difference. So like Arkansas transactions are on average $1.26 more. Our online transactions are usually are on average $12.11 more. But now with our Dillard's credit card on here, with this new variable that we've added in, we can actually see that on average, people that use the Dillard's credit card are actually going to be, the transactions are going to be cheaper by $2. So this is actually a very interesting thing to see. And we can see here with our p-value that it is statistically significant because it is less than 0.05. And we can see here that nothing has really changed with our other p-values as well. So everything is still statistically significant, but we are seeing this interesting change now that the Dillard's credit card is actually going to be cheaper by $2 if you use it for these transactions. And just to summarize one more time that we see that our Arkansas transactions are usually $1.26 more expensive. Same with our online, but they're $12.11 more expensive, and our Dillards are actually cheaper by $2. And all of our variables here still remain statistically significant. And that will be the end of Lab 3-5. Thank you very much.